Yo, 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 it's your boy Swag, and I'm back. And I just got through reading the first half of the P. Diddy and the Cassie lawsuit breakdown. And one thing I gotta say, when you got money and power, things can get a little sick. So I think Diddy been a little sick for a long time, and he just knew how to groom a little girl and get her interest. Not even get her interest because in his paperwork, something disturbing happened at her 21st birthday. I'm gonna get to that. But basically, when you got money and fame, a lot of that lifestyle can rub off on a young person and how them feel like if I get with him, then I ain't gotta worry about nothing for the rest of my life. And that's not what happened in Cassie's situation. So basically, um, Cassie was taken advantage of because she was scared of Puff Daddy. That's right, you heard what I said. She was scared of Puff Daddy. So by her being scared of Puff Daddy, that kind of led the leeway for him to do a lot of things that he did. In the first half of the paperwork, it says that he signed her to the label. Then he began to like have her do performances and different things. And one thing, this girl signed a 10 album contract with Bad Boys. Not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, but 10 albums. So basically, he owned her for damn near the rest of her life. 10 albums. I don't think people signing 10 album deals these days, are they? I don't even think they was really signing 10-year deals back in the day. But she signed a 10-year deal, so in the beginning of her career, she went on MTV. So when she went on MTV, she was nervous, and a lot of people noticed that she was kind of nervous. And this is when Puff Daddy first got his interest in her because he went on record and talked about her performance on MTV, and he said, yeah, she was a little nervous. I noticed that, and we're going to work on that, but that's what I like about her. I see that she's a regular person. So for her to be just nervous and be a regular person and not really into the lifestyle or just I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do for this money, Diddy liked that, and I don't think it's nothing wrong with him liking that. But it also says that right after this particular show that he took her out of town, and when he took her out of town, that's when everything began to happen. He began to walk around her naked. They was in a room together, and he walked around in his robe. And in his robe, he had a drink, and he just continued walked around. And he told somebody to let Cassie know that he was interested in her. At the time, she felt like Diddy was so much older than her. She wasn't interested. She also had a boyfriend at this time, so Diddy wasn't really like in her interest, in her liking. But he began to keep the pressure on. So as Diddy kept the pressure on, he called her along again on her 21st birthday, right after the show at MTV, and he kissed her without permission. He pulled her to the side, and they happened to be like in a cutoff area, and he kissed her. She didn't like that. In the paperwork, it said that she ran and she cried all night because she didn't like that kiss that Diddy did to her. So following the kiss, they had another show, and this show was to like show appreciation for her being an artist and the compliments that she was having. And at this party, Diddy just popped up out of nowhere, and he popped up out of nowhere, and her boyfriend was there. So he took advantage of him being a celebrity and being a powerhouse, and he got her boyfriend kicked out this event, and he told her, this is not for your significant other, this is only for the artist and the label. So at that time, when he was saying it was just for the artist and the label, that's when he began to push up on her more. So it's like she was groomed since the MTV appearance. Basically, he seen that she wasn't like just willing to do anything for the money and that she was human. Once he found out she was human, then he made his push. When he was necking around her, she really didn't go for it. So he waited, and then he told somebody to let her know, like, man, I want you. She didn't fall for it. On her 21st birthday, he kissed her, and she still wasn't going for it. So later on, following that, she was at a party for her accomplishments with her boyfriend. He got the boyfriend kicked out. And that's the first half of the paperwork. And then in the next section of the paperwork, it talks about how they got into a relationship. And I'm going to talk about that. I really think that everything that Diddy has done and everything in his past is catching up with him. I think that at this time, they always say, like, if you got dark skin in this industry, you can't walk away in a good light. And I just think right now, Diddy time in the spotlight is really dimming. He's really looking like a monster right now. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of guys that probably would have bust the same moves that Diddy bust. I think some of that just got to do with men, their aggression, but she wasn't feeling him, so everything he was doing was a turnoff. But I still haven't gotten into how they got into a relationship by her saying he was older and she really wasn't feeling the passes he was throwing at her. And we're gonna get into that. This is just part one of the breakdown of the P. Diddy and Cassie lawsuit paperwork. Part one was how he groomed her and how it led up to them being in a relationship. So I'll be talking much more about this. It's your boy Swag, man. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I usually talk about Chicago content because I live in Chicago. I talk about the drill content because I was part of the drill culture. You can check out my playlist. I got videos of Chicago, and if you're kind of younger, interested in O Block, I got videos of O Block. You know, it's your boy Swag. I'm signing out.